Why are you here today? What's the point for you to be here, and why are you so passionate about showing your support for former President Donald Trump and perhaps future President Donald Trump?
Yeah, no, it's just that we need somebody like that over here. Like, to me, there's no other way. He tells you what he's going to do, and he does it. And this other lady, she was there for almost 4 years, hasn't done nothing, never went to the border till about 2 weeks ago for maybe 20 minutes. So we need Trump back, and hopefully we get one over here too, the same.
The thing is, the alternative will be bad not only for us, but will be bad for the world. So we wanted to ensure that people know that Niagara 10-4, that we support Donald Trump and that we support our American brothers and sisters down there, because if they lose this, it won't be long before all countries fall.
What are your predictions for tonight, and do you think Trump will take the cake?
Up until this lead up, the U.S. media has been playing its razor-thin margins. I think they learned their lesson back in 2016 when they all put the cart before the horse and said Hillary was going to win. Then they had egg on their face. I am going to say, if returns come in early and Trump is leading, it will stay that way. Yeah, I think the Democrats really believe that they will never have a Republican government ever again, and I think that's what they work towards, which is sad, because that shows the disrespect that they have to 50% of the eligible voters who are out voting.
I come out today just to support freedom, Trump. If Trump doesn't get in for this election, this world is a pretty screwed up place. And my prediction is it's going to be a Trump landslide, but that doesn't mean Trump will get in very easy on January the 6th. He's not going to go down. It's not going to go down easy. So, but look at Kamala, look at Harris, and just see where you want to be.
Do you think you being out here today would possibly sway some Canadians into maybe doing their own research, or maybe, just maybe, seeing that there's other people out here that might feel the same way they do, but they're too nervous to maybe voice their opinions? Is that what you're hoping today?
That's the problem. A lot of people, they think better, but they just don't want to come out and show. They'll say thank you for what we're doing, but for them to come out, they stay at home. They're like in a shell or something. So that's the thing. We have to come out and we have to support. And then we got people from the U.S. come here to support us. So now today we're supporting them.
If Trump is in office, no matter who's in office here, it will be good, or at least better, for us.
So if people think up here that what's happening down south can't happen here, wake up. Wake up. We're fine as long as we have the paper ballot at the federal level. But once they start trying to change the Elections Act and forcing phone-in voting, logging in voting, it's game over.
And what do you have to say to those Canadians that think Kamala Harris in the polls would be the much more popular and better choice? I don't know if you've seen those polls recently. I don't know who they were asking, but they did mention that most people were supporting Kamala. What would you say to those Canadians? Why they shouldn't?
I would say, have you ever heard of Project Mockingbird? That's mainstream media that's bought and paid for. So if you're watching the mainstream media, that's what you're getting. And that's where I talk to a lot of people, and I know that's where they're getting their programming. That's why they call the TV a program, because that's where you get programmed. You got to think outside the box. And I'm really grateful that you're here to be honest and be mainstream media, like what do they call you?
Showing the other side of the story.
Side of the story. So I thank you for being here.
Seeing way more people that are for President Trump than ever before. I remember in 2016, if you even mentioned Trump, you'd be chastised or beat up if you wore any Trump memorabilia. Do you think the tables in Canada are turning slowly, but do you think they're turning?
Yes, definitely. And like I say, people didn't like, I asked people, they said they didn't like Trump, and I said, why don't you like Trump? I don't like the way he talks. Yeah, but he gets things done. I mean, if you're going to be just a nice guy and don't do nothing, that doesn't help us, right? So they seen what he did from when he was in, all the good things that happened. So that's why that they want him back badly, because what happened since these, I call them clowns, been running the country over there, and nothing got done at all.
We do this every single week, mostly with Canadian flags. We have massive support for that with very minimal fingers. Adam has been counting the fingers on the highway, and it is much more than usual. I do have a large 15-foot banner just over the rail here that says Trump 2024. So the highway definitely knows what we're doing up here.
I'm not sure if Trump is becoming more popular. I think really what it comes down to, between those two choices, I think people will say, hey, we know what Trump is. He's been a president before. The economy was better. No wars. And you can compare it to Joe Biden's last 4 years. And I think Canadians are fed up of being overtaxed and having their vote taken for granted.
This is more of a spiritual battle that's going on for all humanity. And this is between good and evil. So one thing I know is God wins. I support the people that died for our country, and they'd be rolling over right now for what's going on here.
Trump is elected, and you hear it, and it comes on the radio or the TV. What's your first reaction? Are you jumping for joy?
Definitely.
Well, I think that people really sense what's really going on. People are starting to wake up to what you would call, I guess, the New World Order and the global takeover of us, of humanity. And I think that people feel his energy. And, yeah, that's about...
Should Trudeau be intimidated?
Trudeau should be in jail. Trudeau should be locked up.